George Kay was born and raised in western North Dakota. Upon graduation from North Dakota High School in 1951, at the height of the Korean War, he enlisted in the U.S. Navy, where he served his country for 4 years. Upon discharge from the service, George enrolled in class at the American Institute of the Air in Minneapolis, aiming to learn the broadcast business. George's first job in radio came early in 1956 when he joined the staff at WIGM in Medford, Wisconsin, where he served as a staff announcer and covered local sports. Late that year, he moved to KRFO Radio in Owatonna, Minnesota. His first venture into television came the following year at KDIX Radio and Television in Dickinson, North Dakota, George's hometown. For the next 9 years, George did both radio and television work at KDIX, eventually becoming the news director. George settled in Casper in 1966 and hasn't left since. He started in the news side at KTWO Radio and Television and worked his way up to news director in 1972. He's interviewed many people, including Richard Nixon and Spiro Agnew, among others. While doing the news, he never forgot his true passion, his love for sports, dabbling in the athletics arena as a radio color commentator for the University of Wyoming games. By 1980, he switched to sports permanently as a reporter and anchor for K2 Television. According to Jack Rosenthal, the former president of KTWO, and we quote, "George probably touched more people in the area of sports than anybody has." Jack Rosenthal was responsible for hiring George in 1966. In his early years as an all-sports, all-the-time guy, Kay spearheaded television coverage of high school championship events, even though his bosses felt that nobody would watch high school sports. And he was there, playing the role of color commentator again as the University of Wyoming, and started broadcasting games on television on a regular basis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the opening game in the new Arena Auditorium at the University of Wyoming. 15,000 Cowboy fans are on hand here to dedicate, as far as the basketball facility, this great arena. I'm George Kay. Larry Berleffi is here, and here come the Cowboys.
Boy, this on any meter is a record roar as they greet the Cowboys out on the floor. You know, George, we're making a little broadcasting history here tonight. This is a dream of mine, for the first time in 35 years, is an all-Wyoming crew putting on a statewide telecast.
George has interviewed hundreds of athletes, including sports figures like Pete Rose. He's seen almost all the landmark events in recent Wyoming sports history. He hosted a radio show with Tim Ray for 9 years, and he writes a regular sports column for the Casper Journal. Tim Ray said that they have sat in the offices of many great coaches because of the respect the coaches had for George Kay. He has been honored 4 times as the Wyoming Sportscaster of the Year by the National Sportscasters and Sports Writers Association. He was twice named the Casper Chamber of Commerce Sports Professional of the Year. In 1993, he was honored by the Wyoming Coaches Association with the Hall of Fame Distinguished Service Award, and also received the prestigious Silver Circle Award. In December, George retired after a 48-year career in broadcasting. He's got plenty of stories to tell and would like to one day write a book about his experiences. In the meantime, he would like to spend winters in Las Vegas with his son and maybe head down to Arizona for spring training baseball, this time as a fan. George and his wife of 46 years, Marge, have a daughter, Lynn Bath, and son-in-law Robert, a son Mark, and daughter-in-law Leanne, as well as 5 grandchildren, Stephanie, Courtney, Bobby, Chelsea, and Megan. George, Wyoming broadcasting is better because of you. Thank you for your dedication to Wyoming broadcasting and the years you spent bringing news and sports to the airwaves. The Wyoming Association of Broadcasters is proud to have you in the Hall of Fame. very good luck in your retirement, and we wish you the best as you enjoy watching sports, this time without a microphone in your hand. Ladies and gentlemen, George K.